Hello everyone, this is Mr. Appel, and now we're going to look at multiplying radicals. So hopefully you know that you can multiply radicals normally. You can multiply them the same way you would multiply rational numbers. So for example, rad 5 times rad 10, you can simply rewrite that as the square root of 5 times 10, which is just the square root of 50. Oops, a little sloppy again. There we go. And you don't really need to write this step. You could just jump straight to the rad 50 if you like. But of course, you then have to simplify that final answer. So if you're using your perfect square method, you know that the square root of 50 is the square root of 25. You know that 25 goes into 50, sorry. So that's the square root of 25 times the square root of 2, which just becomes 5 times the square root of 2. And that would be your final answer. Also, an alternative way to approach this, and it really depends on the situation when this would be the best approach. When you look at the original problem, there's a square root of 5 times the square root of 10. Another way to go is if you recognize that square root of 10 can break down, the original square root of 5 can just stay the square root of 5, but that rad 10 is 5 times 2, so you can rewrite that as the square root of 5 times the square root of 2. And I did that because I noticed that the 5s were going to match. And we know that when you multiply rad 5 by rad 5, it's just 5. And so that becomes 5 times the square root of 2. And so that allowed me to avoid having to deal with not a huge number here with that 50, but a larger number. And you can see there could be situations where that could save you some time. So either method is totally appropriate, really personal preference.